Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to be making pumpkin pie from scratch. So this is supposed to be a pretty easy recipe and one that has ingredients that is readily available to you and to me. And so we're not going to use pumpkin out of a can. Instead, we're going to be using a pumpkin from scratch. So the first thing that we need to do is get our pumpkin ready. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is remove the stem off of our pumpkin, and then we're going to cut it in half. So be really careful as you cut through, because it's really hard. You don't want to cut yourself. There we go, making some progress. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna remove the inside of our pumpkin. So scrape out the seeds and all the stringy part. It's really soft. Okay, both of our halves are empty and cleaned, and this is the inside. But don't throw this away, save this, because we're gonna clean it and then we're gonna make roasted pumpkin seeds. Probably in an upcoming video, I'll show you how to do those. So go ahead and save these for now. Let's take our two pumpkin halves and lay them face down on a baking sheet that is lined with aluminum paper. And now we're gonna take olive oil and you're gonna rub the outside skin of your pumpkin. Just rub them all really good. Now it's time to bake our pumpkin. So put it in your oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. And we're gonna bake that for about an hour. All right guys, it's been an hour, so let's pull it out of the oven. Wow, look at that. There's lots of juice in there. We want to make sure that our pumpkin is ready, and so in order to do that, we're going to take a fork and we're going to pierce the skin. And if it goes in easily like this, then we know it's ready. But it's way too hot to use right now, and so we're going to wait for it to cool down. And in the meantime, we're going to get our crust ready. To make our crust, we're going to combine 2 cups of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix that together. Next we're going to add our butter. This is about 2/3 cup of unsalted butter. And I like to use my fingers to work the butter in until it gets nice and crumbly. You can use a fork if you'd like, or a pastry blender. That would work as well. So just work it around until it's nice and crumbly. Now we're going to add just enough water to moisten our crust dough. So just add a tablespoon at a time until it's nice and moist. Now that we have it moistened, we're going to divide it into half and make 2 balls with it. After you've divided it in half, then you're going to make it into a ball, each half into a ball, and then slightly flatten your ball like this. There we go. I'm going to close that up a little bit, make it a little bit smoother. And then we're going to cover it with plastic wrap. Now we're going to chill it in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. Let's sprinkle our work surface with a generous amount of flour. And now we're going to take our crust, unwrap it, plop it in the middle, and now let's roll it out. And you guys know I like to use a pipe to roll my pie crust. You can use something more traditional, but this is what I have, and it works really good. You should try it if you haven't already. So just roll it out, keep rolling it into a nice big circle. You guys, I'm super, super excited about this crust. It just looks beautiful. So now we're gonna transfer it to our pie pan, or pie plate. We're gonna slide it right on top, and that is just wonderful. We're gonna have to press it down so it doesn't keep slipping, of course. There we go. And now we're gonna crimp and fold the edges to make it look pretty. We're gonna just cut off a little bit of this excess. It's just so it makes it a little bit more even. We're gonna tuck that part under and pinch it a little bit. And then we're gonna take our fork and we're gonna make a design all the way around the edge. Kind of press firmly if it's thick, like this is. There we go. All right, let's just continue to go all around our pie crust and get the edges nice. All right, guys, it looks really beautiful. This is kind of a traditional way to use your fork and to make the crust. And now we're going to poke holes all over the bottom of the crust, just like that. And go ahead and do the sides a little bit as well. All right, now we're going to set this in the refrigerator to chill for 15 minutes. All right, our pie crust is chilled for over 15 minutes. Now we're gonna take a piece of foil and press it down over top of our pie crust, just real carefully. Now we're gonna take some dried beans and we're gonna fill the bottom up with these dried beans. And this will weight it down so that as it bakes, it won't get all bubbly and rise. Now we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees or 190 degrees Celsius and cook it for about 12 minutes. It looks like we're making a bean pie. Okay, we'll check back in 12 minutes. Okay, now that our pumpkin has been cooked, it's time to scoop out the middles. And it's nice and cool. We've let it cool down all the way, guys. And so scoop it all out and put it into another bowl. All right, this is how much we got out of this. Now we're going to puree it. All right, guys, now is a really exciting part because we get to make our pumpkin pie filling. So we have about 1 3/4 cups of our puree, and we're going to add 2 eggs, the whites and the yolks. We're gonna whisk this together. Next, we're gonna add a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. So this is readily available for everyone. And whisk that together very well. That's gonna make it nice and sweet. In this bowl, we have all of our spices. So we have cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. So let's put all these spices in here. And we're gonna mix it around. And this is already starting to smell so, so good. So mix this around really well. We're also gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then we're gonna whisk this around again really, really well before we put it into our pie crust. Let's go ahead and carefully take the beans and the aluminum foil out of our pie crust, set that aside. Now let's pour our pie filling into our pie. There we go. Just fill it up. Wow, that looks beautiful. Yeah, that looks wonderful. Let's put our pie in the center rack of the oven. Be really careful when you put it in because it's really sloshy. Let's let our pie bake for about 40-45 minutes until the filling is set. And so it just jiggles just a little bit when you shake it. I have the oven set to the temperature of 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 177 degrees Celsius. So we'll come back and check on it in about 45 minutes. Okay, this is the end result, you guys, and it looks really good. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good.
It smells amazing.
Let's try it.
All right, it jiggled just a little bit when I pulled it out of the oven. Then we set it overnight in the refrigerator. And so this is the end result, what it looks like. All right, we're gonna slice this open and give everybody a piece. Do you guys want to put your own whipped cream on, or do you want me to put it on for you?
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, because I'm gonna go like with a lot of it.
Whoa!
That looks so good.
Happy. This is Marty's. He has like more whipped cream than he has pie.
And I say that if it tastes good, we eat the whole pie right now.
All right, Sarah.
Thank you.
Here you go.
That's good. Whoa, whoa.
Hang on.
That's too much.
There we go.
Wow.
A little messy.
All right, first we're gonna do a smell test. What do you think?
Smells like pumpkin pie.
Amazing.
Smells good.
Smells like
so
pumpkin
good.
spices, huh?
Yeah. Eat it.
Okay. Taste toast. Ready?
Ready?
Go.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
We're eating the whole
So
pie.
good. Wow.
That's good, huh?
It is good.
Wow.
Good job, Joss.
And one thing I really like about this recipe is that because it uses sweetened condensed milk, it's really a simple recipe, you guys. And the crust, it's one of the best crust recipes I've ever used.
Yeah.
It was easy to roll out and it baked really nicely. Like,
it is a good crust. And it's chewy.
Yeah.
Like the crust is chewy.
I like the crust.
All right, we're gonna end the video here and finish our pie. Maybe the whole pie.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hope you guys will give this recipe a try because it's so delicious. And super easy. I do recommend that you put it in the refrigerator overnight before you eat it because it's really good. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Please share this recipe with your friends and family. We'll see you guys next time. We hope you have a great day.
And keep
Keep
smiling.